Folks, today I want to talk about the hottest small cap stocks making large gains. And this is a very, very important video. And there's a few different messages here. And by the way, while I'm doing this, Mia, one of my Scottish fold cats, decided to join us for the video. So I hope you guys don't mind her. I don't know if you guys can even see her or not, but let's get into it. Let's talk about small caps making big moves, okay? So over the past year, one thing that I've noticed repeatedly is the fact that small cap stocks are lagging behind the overall stock market. Not just by a small fraction, but by a huge percentage, like 20%. Typically, if you look at the S&P 500 and compare it to the Russell 2000, you'll notice that they move very similarly. Matter of fact, they have a correlation of about 97% over the past 30 years. But something happened in January of this year, yes, about 10 months ago, that changed all of that. Now, you might have guessed it. The trade war between US and China has crippled the Russell 2000 small cap index. Why? Good question. Because the stocks in the Russell 2000 are substantially smaller and less stable than the giants that make up the S&P 500. This means the smaller stocks are much more vulnerable to the trade war than the larger caps, which makes sense. If you look at the charts of both indices, you will notice that the Russell 2000 peaked out on January 17th of 2020, while the S&P continued trading higher for 9 months, peaking out just recently on September 2nd of 2020. But over the past few sessions, something began to change. While it could be an aberration, I believe that the Russell is starting to price in the fact that either the trade war will be over soon or that Biden will win the election. Don't hate me. I'm just reporting what I'm noticing in the indexes. This is not a political discussion. I'm only reporting how the market's reacting. Whether you like Trump or Biden, that's up to you. Now, either of those two scenarios will put an end to the trade war and cause the Russell to move back in line with the S&P 500. And with markets pricing into its value everything that's known ahead of time, it may be a good time to start looking at the best and strongest stocks within the Russell 2000. For one, these stocks have been artificially suppressed by geopolitical events over the past year and two. They are amazing companies that show strong fundamental growth on the horizon. In short, I believe these stocks will continue trading higher in the next quarter and offer investors substantial opportunity to profit from small caps. Again, they're good companies and they've been suppressed by about 20% over the past year. And it looks like the Russell's now finally starting to make a comeback. And you should know that the average stock in the Russell 2000 outperforms the S&P stock by a factor of 6.5, which means there's a ton more upside potential, in smaller stocks that haven't reached bloated market cap status like S&P stocks have. Imagine how hard it is for a stock like Amazon or Gillette to move higher and higher and higher, a big cap stock versus a small cap stock. Remember Amazon 20 years ago or Netflix 10 years ago? That's what I'm talking about. The first stock on my list is EXPI Realty International, ticker symbol EXPI. It provides cloud-based real estate brokerage service primarily in the United States and Canada. Real estate, especially residential, is hot right now, and cloud computing is hot. This company combines the two. The company facilitates buyers to search real-time property listings and sellers to list their properties through its website and provide buyers and sellers access to a network of professional consumer-centric agents and brokers. Get this, 5-year return on your investment, almost 6,000%, 5,890%. 5-year revenue growth, 7,229%. Earnings per share growth versus previous year, 375%. I mean, this stock is just killing it. With low mortgage rates and elastic pricing, both existing and new home sales for August were at a new high, and EXPI is right in the middle of this trend, especially in shift towards digital transactions. Remember Match.com 15, 20 years ago? That's where real estate transactions are going. Already called the Amazon of real estate. The company offers virtual offices for its realtors and cloud-based database of real estate offerings. That means you get a realtor, but the relationship is entirely digital. I love it. I mean, I really love it. I think if I was buying a home right now, that would be the first place I would look. Pay attention to what I just said, Noah. Next stock, Bloom Energy Corporation, ticker symbol BE. That's BE. Bloom Energy generates and distributes, you've guessed it, renewable energy. I've been talking about it all year now. It supplies electricity to the residents, commercial, and industrial sectors. They don't discriminate. Bloom Energy is based in California. 1 year return, 409%. Earnings per share versus previous quarter, 28% growth. Earnings per share versus previous year, 35% growth. One thing BE has going for it, it's not just a utility scale power backup system it built, but the fact that there's a rise in off-grid power backup going on around the nation, especially on the West Coast, where fires have cut off access to the power grids. Man, that sucks. Every year in California, there's fires. I lived there over 40 years, and every year there was a fire. BE generators run off of natural gas and biogas and are becoming increasingly popular as the world becomes more digitalized. Everything is running on computers. The stock is up 322% in the past year. It's already well funded and ready for the next leg up. The stock looks to be heated up, and just last month, former GE CEO Jeff Immelt bought $1 million in BE shares. He's putting the money where his mouth is. I hope that helps. Folks, former hedge fund manager and Wall Street veteran Jeff Zananeri just revealed what could be the simplest way to double your money month in and month out. It's got to do with a mysterious market phenomena only insiders know about. But once you learn it, it could rapidly change how you look at making consistent income from the stock market. For the few that are in on the secret, creating passive income has become easy. All you've got to do is look for 2 indicators during the first 2 trading days of the month, and you could be set to cash out a few weeks later. Big gains. Click on the link below to see how you could double your money month after month. Do it now.